Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food. Today we are joined by a very special guest. We have Katie Prettyman from Beyond Seattle Eats. Katie, say hello.
Hello.
And so Katie and I have been talking about maybe doing a collaboration, and so we were trying to figure out what we could do, and both of us were talking about hot sauces that were featured on the Hot Ones, which is on from First We Feast. And so Katie suggested the Last Dab, and I think, are there different versions of the Last Dab that are out?
There are. So I forget which season this one's from, but it's not their newest one. So right now, the Last Dab is the Apollo, which was created by Ed Curry from Pucker Butt.
And they call it the Apollo because of the pepper that it's made with?
Yes, it's unique to Ed Curry.
All right, so we are doing the XXX today?
Yes, we're doing the XXX.
Okay. And so Katie, your channel, I think you call yourself the okayest competitive eater.
Correct.
But I've watched your channel, and you're more than okay. You're like you eat stuff like whole peppers and stuff. You do stuff that I could not do. I have questions about my sanity doing this, but we're gonna do it anyways. But you do a lot of everything, really. You don't just do like hot sauces and stuff like that because, well, for instance, we watched you cooking Easter dinner.
Right. That was a lot of fun to do because I actually started my channel as a way to have a cooking show with my children. And then we kind of left it for a few years. And when I started getting into competitive eating with Major League Eating, then I started doing eating challenges again.
Do your kids eat hot stuff as well?
They do. And in fact, my daughter, who's the youngest, she's 14, she was really resistant, but lately she's been trying, as she says, to build her tolerance. So definitely they're adventurous. They've eaten some sauces with Reapers in them.
Yeah, I don't even like doing that, but and so I haven't subjected my children or my grandchildren to it yet, but we'll see. So we decided that our palette of choice is going to be chicken wings, right? And so we talked about how the delivery system was going to work, and I think we both agreed we're just going to kind of brush it on, right?
Correct.
And we're going to do it on camera so nobody thinks that we're cheating. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Mine's still in the box.
Nice.
There we go.
And this is called the XXX because it has pepper X, chocolate pepper X, and peach pepper X.
And the pepper X is hotter than the Carolina Reaper, correct?
They are, but the Carolina Reaper is still technically the hottest pepper because a lot of the experimental peppers that Ed makes aren't sustainable. He can't grow them year over year.
Right. So the Carolina Reaper is the hottest commercially available pepper.
Exactly.
What else do they put in here? Do they put other things in here, or is it just the pepper?
There's distilled vinegar. It's very tiny print. Distilled vinegar, ginger root, turmeric, coriander, cumin, and dried mustard. So despite being super hot, that sounds really tasty.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. All right. So we're gonna brush this on our wings. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. I'm gonna pour mine in this little bowl here first and get it out. Oh, it's a thick one. They always have that booger at the top.
It looks kind of habanero colored.
Yeah.
It looks like a habanero sauce.
It might be from the mustard and the turmeric.
And I am almost positive that I'm going to have the capsaicin cramps later on, but all in the name of science, right?
Yeah, absolutely, for science. I ate a very big late lunch, so I'm hoping that will help.
All right, and you and I discussed that we're not going to time this, or we're not going to challenge each other to see who can eat it first and everything. We're just going to kind of eat it and talk about our experience, share our misery.
Yes.
Maybe call doctors for each other.
I don't think a doctor could do much for you other than
really
laugh.
Smell the vinegar. I said, and I prepared myself by getting vinyl gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't want to touch it and then touch something else afterwards. And I've already been touching the chicken. So that's out the window. We're tossing the gloves to the side. We're gonna go gloveless.
Just wash your hands as soon as we're done.
Yep.
Well, I can definitely smell the super hot peppers.
Really, what I smell is mostly vinegar.
Yeah, I think because I've been traumatized enough, there's a very distinct smell to super hots. It's a bitter smell.
So I did a Carolina Reaper one time, just chewed it for 60 seconds and spit it out. But it was really to test remedies. And the one I found worked the best was milk chocolate, like a Hershey bar. So I have chocolate syrup that I'm going to use as a remedy, if necessary. I don't plan on tapping out, but you know, I'm going to have this on standby, or maybe do it afterwards. Do you want to do a burn-in, or are we just going to like as soon as somebody throws in the towel, we throw in the towel?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do an afterburn if you don't want to. I'm probably just going to write it out. In fact, I have a seltzer water for my beverage afterwards, which will not.
Does that make it worse?
It does.
So you're like, so just in case it's really bad, I'm going to make it worse.
Well, what I've learned is that the mouth burn, I haven't found a remedy for the mouth burn. And ultimately, like you mentioned before, that's not the scary part. The scary part is the capsaicin cramps.
Here we go.
They're a really pretty color.
I guess there's nothing to do but to start eating, right?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right.
Let me get this big fat one first. Okay.
Oh, it's immediately hot.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm getting more capsaicin than flavor.
That's what I was saying. That's what I could really smell was the heat.
Mm-hmm.
The first three ingredients are those pepper X's, and given that I had to take a chopstick to get it out of the bottle, this is almost more like a pepper mash than a hot sauce.
Now, the heat is building. My tongue is already on fire.
Mm-hmm.
My lips are burning, but I think the chicken is toning it down.
Mm-hmm. The fat from the chicken definitely helps.
I think I think we talked about putting dab on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that dab would have hit us more, I think, than spreading it out over the chicken. That was probably
Absolutely.
a good idea. I'm wiping my mouth, and in doing so, I'm burning my lips because I'm wiping the hot sauce all over my lips.
Yeah, it's hard not to get it all over your face with this.
Ooh.
Mm.
Now, do you always, if you're gonna do it on chicken, do you always do it in the oven?
I do. I don't have an air fryer. My husband said if I want an air fryer, I have to get rid of another kitchen gadget. And I just don't have the heart to do it. So I always bake them at 400 for 30 minutes, and then I broil for 8 to 10 minutes to get them nice and crisp.
I know some people deep fry them as well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're crispier when you deep fry them. I have a cut on my finger, and it hurts like that.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it.
Yep. And my lip, I keep wiping my mouth. My lips are on fire.
Ugh.
How are you holding up?
I'm good. This is a normal meal for me so
Really?
far. Mm-hmm.
So in terms of heat, have you had hotter than this?
It's hard to tell because we painted it on, so it's not like I took a big spoonful of it, which I've done with some hot sauces. But I'd say one of the hottest non-extract hot sauces I've had is Fiery Fool, which is Carolina Reaper based, and it's made by Hellfire Hot Sauce. It's a favorite of Nuff's over at Main Event Pong.
The worst I did was, there's a place in, you've been to Portland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Salvador Molly's?
No, but I know of it.
Yeah. So Salvador
Isn't that where they
Molly's,
have
they've always had this challenge called the Great Balls of Fire.
Yes.
And it's 5 habanero reapers. So I think there's like 4 to 5 habaneros chopped up in each one. 5 habanero reapers. You eat all 5, and the sauce that comes with. You get your name on the wall. Your picture on the wall. So they they contacted me and they said, "Hey, we have a new challenge. We're going to do a Carolina Reaper challenge. We'd like you to come down and do it because we know you can do the Great Balls of Fire challenge." I said, "Okay." So they give you, because they don't know what your tolerance is, so they give you 2 Great Balls of Fire. And if you can't finish the Great Balls of Fire, you don't get the Carolina Reaper. So I finished those because I was familiar with those. I could do those easy enough. And then they brought up the Carolina Reaper balls. Now the Great Balls of Fire are about that big, and the Carolina Reaper balls are a little bit bigger. And I don't know how, I think it was a Reaper mash that they put in it.
Yeah.
And there were 3 of them. So I ate it. It was one of the hottest things I ever ate in my life. I finished it. And the people at the table go like, "Yeah, what a trooper, man! You finished it. I'm like, yeah. I can't say. I'm not gonna lie when I can say it was wasn't painful or anything. So I like, thank you everybody, and I left. I get in the car, I drive home. Just before I get home, I start to feel it inside, down inside, and and it's like the worst cramps I ever had in my life, and it was one of those situations like okay, I have to get this out, but it's too far down to come up, and it's not far down enough to go out the other way, and so it was 4 hours of intense pain. I was kind of like in fetal position, rocking back and forth, because I tried to lay down, and if you lay down, it makes it worse.
Oh yeah.
So I was like pacing for like 4 hours, 4 hours of pain.
Oh. Yeah, that reminds me of the first time I ate fresh Reaper pods. I was a baby chili head at the time, and so I didn't know what I was doing. And someone sent me fresh Reaper pods. So I decided on a lunch break to eat and film in my car. And I finished my work day, but then I went to leave and pick up my husband because he was at school close by at the time. And I had to make him drive home. Like, I made it to his school, but I had cramps for probably 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reaper is nothing to mess around with.
How are we doing? I'm 3 down.
Oh, I need to eat a third then. I was talking too much.
That's okay. I'm asking you to talk.
Sure.
This is what they would do on the hot ones, right? They would talk,
Exactly.
and they would like, and then some of the people eating will forget who they are. I think the Will Ferrell one was one of my favorites.
I was going to ask you which one was your favorite.
Yeah, probably the Will Ferrell one. That was one of my favorites.
I think one of my favorites was probably Paul Rudd.
That was good too. The more of this that you eat, the more the flavor comes out. Because the thing is, it doesn't get any hotter, right?
Right, your mouth is already burning. So yeah, I'm starting to taste the ginger a bit now.
Yeah. Now, you'd been to Pike Place Market, right? So we did an episode up there where we went to, you familiar with Uncle Polly's? So it's usually a tent outside, Uncle Polly's hot sauce. And we went over there. We went there and we were trying different hot sauces and everything. And so he had like toothpicks. He was sticking them in the toothpicks for us to try. And I felt bad for the kid because I don't know how he got the job. But it's like, I'm not like anywhere in your league on how much heat I can handle. But we just did. We just did a toothpick of this, and he was in pain. And I'm like, dude, you know, they should hire somebody who can at least handle it, because it kind of looks funny when the person manning the booth is done in by, just somebody who walks up there. So.
Right. They should really have a better interview process.
Yeah, like say, eat this. You still want to work for us? Yeah, I get more. The more I eat of this, the more flavor I get. The first couple of bites, though, just heat, just the smack in the face of heat.
Mm.
And again, I think because we put it on the chicken helps. It helps helps kind of tone it down a little bit. As
The
opposed
fat
to
helps.
if we took a spoonful of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know a lot of people do that. That's just crazy talk.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to eat a spoonful of this. It wouldn't
Nuff
taste.
usually doesn't do. Nuff usually like he'll put him on wings and stuff like that, right? But then he'll
Typically.
take already hot like even Carolina Reaper wings, and then he'll pour more Carolina Reaper on top of that and stuff.
Yeah, I did see he had an episode where he and Shire took shots of hot sauce, but they weren't at this heat level.
So like habanero maybe level.
Maybe, I'm trying to recall, but yeah, probably nothing hotter than that.
I might do a habanero shot.
I like habanero. It's one of the better flavored peppers.
I like so like on a hot dog. Do you put pickle relish on a hot dog?
Mm-hmm.
What I like to do is I like to cut up a habanero and mix it in with the pickle relish and put that on a hot dog.
Ooh, that's a good tip. Mm.
I just bought a couple of plants, so I bought a jalapeno and I bought a habanero.
Nice.
So I can, so I have them fresh.
I have a Scotch bonnet plant. It's just a little baby right now, but someone sent me Carolina Reaper seeds from Puckerbutt Company, so I need to plant those.
Scotch bonnet is in the same family as that's Doodle.
Hi, Doodle.
Doodle. Doodle, chill. Maybe he got some of the hot sauce. Like if I drop a piece of the chicken on the floor, he would eat it.
That's always my fear. I have two little dogs that are laying down behind me. And if I drop things while I'm eating, I'm always afraid they're going to snatch them up. But if I don't have them in the office with me, they'll just scratch at the door. They're very needy.
How you doing,
All right, this is my last wing. Doing good.
All right, well, I'll do my last wing as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chunk of it. It's really bitter. All right.
It seems to be manageable now. Like sometimes the heat is just so hot that you just need something afterwards and everything, but it just seems manageable.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Mm-hmm.
So my thing about this is it's hot and it's supposed to be. There's flames all over it,
Right.
It's from the hot ones. My only thing is I don't think those peppers really have as much flavor. It seems like the capsaicin. It's a capsaicin, but it doesn't. Do you taste the pepper itself, or a lot of the pepper itself?
Not with this sauce. And excuse me, I get pepper burps. That's one of the things I don't like about super hots. I honestly think anything hotter than, say, like a ghost pepper, you start to lose flavor.
So, Katie, you know that on this show, we do thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you rate Hot Ones, The Last Dab XXX Hot Sauce by Heatonist?
I'm gonna go with thumbs middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. And the reason that I'm going thumbs in the middle is because they deliver on the heat.
Yeah.
But they don't really deliver on the flavor.
No, and that's not what I'm looking for in a hot sauce. I mean, absolutely, if you want to do it as a challenge, which is what it's made for. It's made for the spiciest sauce on hot ones. So that makes sense. But if you were to buy it to just consume every day, I can't see most people really enjoying this.
So let me ask you this, because one of the things I was going to say is like, well, let's also do our favorite hot sauce, but you know, your favorite hot sauce is going to be different than mine, so it's not really helpful. Right. But let me ask you, what is your favorite table sauce, your favorite hot sauce that you'll put on like all kinds of food? What is your favorite?
Yeah, it's really basic. I'm still a fan of sriracha. In fact, I'm wearing a sriracha t-shirt. Yeah, it's honest. I put it on everything. It's my go-to. If you want a fancier answer, I would say probably my favorite right now is the...
No, I just want your answer.
Okay.
Your favorite, and that's fine.
Sriracha.
Now, do you prefer the Hui Fong one?
Yes. I don't like any of the other srirachas. I'm so used to that flavor. I've bought a few other ones, and a lot of them use fish paste, which is fine. It makes sense because they put that in pho already. But I like sriracha. It's basically spicy ketchup, and I think it's wonderful.
I call it disco ketchup.
Oh, I like that.
My favorite, what I would call table sauce, my utility sauce, the one that I'll put on everything, is Secret Aardvark.
Oh, okay. I tried that, and the habanero one. I'm assuming. Yeah.
So they have three different kinds, but I think the habanero one is just the regular one.
Yeah, that one's won a lot of awards for like best habanero sauce. I thought it was too sweet for my liking.
Well, Katie, I think this worked out really well. We did give it a thumbs in the middle, but it was a fun experience.
Yeah.
The chicken was good.
It was very good. Yay to us.
I'm glad we finally got arranged to do this together. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm glad that you were able to come onto the show and that we could collaborate on something. It was a lot of fun. We should do some more stuff in the future.
Definitely, I would love to.
So for everybody else, I will have Beyond Seattle Eats information down below. Be sure to go to their YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the videos. It's important, and definitely check out her channel because it's a lot of fun. Like I said, she doesn't just do the hot stuff, but her channel's a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. But remember, it's crazy out there. It's crazy in here, but it's crazy out there. So please be careful. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of others. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.